Good day, elite students. Welcome back to English class. I hope you all are fine and doing well. Dear students, today we are going to start with a beautiful story about a small boy named Theo and Albert Einstein. One day, Theo and Professor Einstein go out for a sail on Theo's small boat. The professor loses his compass overboard. The compass was a cherished gift from Einstein's father when he was a small boy. Can Theo save the day? So students, let's read and find out in the story The Day I Rescued Albert Einstein's Compass, written by Shelmith Leve-Opinion. She is an award-winning author of many books. She says that she loves children and many of her books had been developed from remarks made by her grandchildren or her children in their childhood. So students, come on page number 15 and let's start. Albert Einstein was truly a fascinating man. The great physicist had come to visit young Theo's father, who introduced Einstein to his son as the most famous man alive. If you are lucky, something special will happen to you in your life that you will never forget. Something so special, you know it could have been happened only to you. For me, it was the day I rescued Albert Einstein's compass. It was Sunday morning. As I came downstairs, I heard someone playing the violin. The living room door was slightly ajar. My mother and father were waiting for me. My father said to me, "Do you remember Theo? About 5 years ago, when you were 7 years old and you met our dear friend, her Professor Einstein. I told you then that he was the most famous man alive." "Yes, I do, Papa," I said. "Is he here, Papa?" My father nodded. "Yes, he is here. He is playing the violin." Suddenly, the doors in the living room flew open, and a deep voice said with a chuckle, "The last time I was here, your father assured you that I did not bite, and as your father and I have been close friends for many years, he knows that I still do not bite." He chuckled even louder. I looked up. There was the thick black mustache, the large head with grey-black hair, bushing out all around. There were the eyes, dark and merry. He hadn't changed, although he seemed much less formidable than he had 5 years ago. Perhaps because I was older now. Einstein laid his violin at the side of piano. "Now, young man, let us get immediately to business. Your parents tell me that you have a sailboat. I have loved sailing all my life. Will you take me out to your boat? It is a beautiful day." I looked at my parents. Take the most famous man alive sailing in my sailboat? My neck and cheeks felt hot. My mother looked very pleased. "Our guest is an experienced sailor, and so are you. It would be lovely for the two of you to go out on the lake. It will be something you'll always remember," she said, and the most famous man alive put his hand on my shoulder. "Then let us be off." We walked down the hill from the house towards a line of giant blue spruces that edged the lake. "Is there always so much birdsong here, Theo?" my new friend asked. "It is wonderful to have the air filled with such music." This was another thing we had in common. I was delighted that he was interested in birds. I was a keen bird watcher, and my parents had gave me a very fine pairs of binoculars for my last birthday. "It's spring," I said, "and the birds are laying their eggs in the nests they have built in the blue spruces. They are very happy." "Do you have birds where you live?" No, not now." He smiled, rather sadly, I thought. "Not now. I lived in the city, but when I was a young boy and went sailing on a lake near my home, there were birds everywhere." Just then a pair came into view. We could see my bright green boat with its jaunty green and white striped sail rocking gently on the water. "What have you named your boat?" Herr Einstein asked. "Fleet Felix," I answered proudly. Herr Professor Einstein approved. I liked that. We put on the orange life jackets I kept in a giant drum by the end of a pier. Then I stepped into the boat. My crew of one untied the rope, coiled it up, and came aboard. He took over the tiller and I held the sheet. We were off. There was an easy breeze. We followed the shoreline. The clouds were pink cotton puffs, and the sky was as blue as my mother's eyes. I decided that this was a perfect time to ask my question. I'd been thinking about it ever since I had walked into the living room. So students, till now we come to know that the two of them, Theo and Albert Einstein, went for a sail on Theo's boat, right? Students, we will read the rest of the story in our next video. As far as we have read today, if you have any kind of problem with that, then you can ask me anytime. Till then, take care and be safe. Thank you.